I'm sitting beneath the roller coaster at New York, New York here in Las Vegas. This roller coaster actually simulates a jet fighter roll, if you can believe that. And this is the only hotel in Las Vegas that actually has a roller coaster. I'm Party Plan Brian. I book about 75 to 100 groups every single weekend out here in Las Vegas. I own the largest independent hosting company in town, and I'm gonna take you guys inside this casino. I might even take the roller coaster for a spin, and I'm gonna give you guys a full property tour and room review here of the New York, New York. Let's go in and check this place out. All right, so I came here to check in, and it was a pretty smooth process. I did have to wait a couple minutes. They did have a perk for the gold and up, the card holders for the MGM Rewards, so I was able to get in that line. Bypassed a few people anyway, and she was able to give me my keys right away. Apparently, I'd already checked in, and I could have probably just went here to one of these self kiosks right behind me, and probably done what I needed to do there to get my keys. But last time I went and checked in, the girl at the front desk at the Mandalay Bay last weekend, she gave me an upgrade to a massive suite for free. So I was figuring I might as well try that option again, but it didn't happen this time. It's all good. We got a decent room. So right now, I did notice down here in the check-in area, so you got your self kiosks here. You do have your regular check-in back there with actual real people. And then our tower, which was right here, right next to the check-in, the Empire Tower, that's it. That's our tower right there. And then they have a Noir and Platinum Lounge here. Now, unfortunately, I didn't make Platinum this year. I was last year, but not this year. I still do have my Platinum card, but hopefully next year I'll get back to Platinum, and then I would be able to use this lounge here. I'm sure they have some nice refreshments in there and quicker check-in, etc. But you have to be a Platinum or Noir member to get in there. And this is right across from the main checkout, by the way, at New York, New York. All right, so we just checked in. We're gonna go downstairs. I'm gonna give you guys a full property tour and just a quick peek down the hallway here. This hotel was fully remodeled in 2022 to 2023, so basically a full year, $63 million renovation, and it was very nice. Okay, you can tell by the hallways of carpet, the trim, the fixtures, everything just looks a little bit more nicer and modern than what you'd expect at an older MGM property, I guess. But nice light fixtures, nice carpet. It's got nice colors in here. Everything gives you that kind of New York vibe when you get off the elevator. It's got like a kind of like a brick-looking wallpaper. At first, you're thinking like an old brick building, but when you get in here, it's actually really nice. All right, so there are 4 towers in here, just an FYI, and we're staying at the Empire Tower, which is right by the check-in. So if you want to get to your room very quickly, you can probably request the Empire check-in. The next closest one appears to be this one right here, the Century Tower. And then up the escalator or down a little bit, there's a New Yorker Tower. And then I saw the Chrysler Tower over there by the Mad Apple. So that one's quite a bit of a walk. So if you don't want to walk, that one out, request that one. In the casino here, we do have a Central Park Cafe. It looks like a Cinnamon Häagen-Dazs. Nice place there. Then of course they got this long bar over here in the casino. It's one of these big sports bars with gaming and whatnot, and plenty of Golden Knights games going on right now. And down at the end over there by the check-in, there's another Starbucks. Both on ends are covered here, the strip side and the west side. There's a Starbucks in the New York. All right, so if you're coming here to the New York, you can actually get here by the Zoox, the Amazon taxi service, which is a robo-taxi. I just saw one pull up here, and by the way, you can get on this here. I believe they have a stop at the Luxor over there, Excalibur over there, Area 15. I know they got Resorts World. There's several stops now, and it's completely free. Okay, they're using the free rides to gather data, fine-tune the system, but eventually you're probably going to see a lot of those robo-taxis around here. Pretty much all the taxis will be robo-taxis, but right now you can just pull up here. This is the valet right in front. This is a corner of that's Tropicana and Las Vegas Boulevard right there, right on the corner. And then of course you got the parking garage right here in the back. That's going to be for if you rent a car or locals, and that's right next to the T-Mobile Arena back there. So it's very conveniently located here at the south end of the strip. All right, so we walked into the high limit room, and they do have a lounge over here with some gambling around the bar. They actually have some tables over there. They're not manned today, so nobody's actually able to play over there today, but I saw some blackjack. I did see a sign when we were walking in. They're saying 3 to 2 blackjack here, so it looks like they're gonna go 3 to 2 blackjack throughout, I'm assuming. It's pretty cool. The high limit lounge is actually pretty cool. A lot of newer machines, but there are some old school ones back here. We found the old pinball machine back here that I do like to play. We threw 110 in it. No luck today, unfortunately. But so a lot of top dollar machines and pinball machines. So if you like to play those particular machines, which I do, you can find a lot of those here in the High Limit Lounge at the New York. All right, so when you make your way over to the southeast corner of the casino, you're going to find a Harley Davidson store. So if you're into Harley Davidsons, you can find some cool gear here. And there's also a Bling & Co. right behind me over here. That's going to be a jewelry store. If you're looking for that MGM Rewards desk, that is going to be right over here behind me. Pretty big MGM Rewards desk. I'm guessing probably open till like 11, maybe 12. That's what most of them are open. And make sure you get your player's card. They might have some sort of incentive to sign up, if you will, maybe get some free slot play. We're going to go check that out. We're going to get her signed up and see if they have anything like that. So I'm standing here in front of the large Statue of Liberty, right here in front of the New York, that is right behind me. And this is the walkway over to the MGM Grand. Okay, so if you want to come up the escalators from the casino, there's a bridge that connects the New York and the MGM Grand right here. And then if you want to go over to the Excalibur, on the other end of the food court promenade, if you will, there's another bridge that connects the Excalibur over here, okay? Now, there's no actual nightclub here anymore. Unfortunately, at the New York, the old rock bar of like 10 years ago is gone, or 15 years ago. But you can walk right across the street and you can find the mega club right there. That's Hakkasan Nightclub. That is actually the club that brought me out here to Las Vegas. I was the promotion manager for Hakkasan Nightclub and Wet Republic back in the day, now called Palm Tree Beach Club. And that was at the MGM Grand, and I used to always be on this bridge all the time back when I was running the promotional team on the strip. So if you want the big DJs, you got Fisher, Alesso, Zed, Martin Garrix occasionally over there, and a lot of hip-hop guys nowadays. We're bringing in Tyga, Big X The Plug, and some other big hitters like Fat Joe, Rick Ross here on Memorial Day weekend. And you can find that right here across the bridge at Hakkasan Nightclub. All right, so this is the way into New York from Excalibur. There's a bridge right here, okay? You can cross over from Excalibur to the bridge. When you first walk in, you're gonna find a New York cookie bar. Then you're gonna find a Last Custard stand. Right behind me here, this is gonna be Nathan's, the famous hot dog place, and Annie's Pretzels. And then down there's like a gelatin place, very high-end looking ice cream place that looked really good. Kind of had me almost getting something. And then the Coyote Ugly, which is obviously the famous bar from the movie Coyote Ugly. If you've heard of it or seen it, they always have the girls dancing to like rock music up on the bars, pouring shots into people's mouths. It was pretty lively in there late. It was later in the night, Fridays, Saturdays. Probably not that crazy tonight. It is a Sunday, Mother's Day, but it is open. So NY is another store where you get hats and different stuff. There's like theme hats, cowboy hats, pretty cool stuff there. Temporary tattoo place there. And then next to that, you're gonna find a place called Pour 24. There's 24 draft beers that they have different ones. So pretty cool place if you're into beer, come have some drafts. And might be open 24 hours, still not sure. It does overlook the entire New York casino, which is really nice. It's a nice vibe up there from above. It's really cool, worth checking out. And then across from there, you're gonna find the food court. You're gonna find a Capriati subs, you're gonna find a wing place, and you're gonna also find an NY pizza. Plenty of room to eat there and have your meal. A little bit more, less expensive than the fine dining places in here. A little bit more expensive than what you're gonna find in your hometown at the food court. Now they also have an Annie's on the other end, another place to get sweets right in the middle when you walk in from the MGM on the other side. There's also a New York for Vegas essential store with a big Vegas sign, bunch of cool stuff to get your Vegas gear if you want. And then the Hershey store, which is definitely worth checking out. Cool store with your Reese's sections, your Hershey sections, a bunch of Statue of Liberties that looks like they're done in either red chocolate or brown chocolate, but that's pretty cool. It's worth going in there and checking out for sure. All right, over here on the west end of the casino, we do have several different options. You got that Irishman, the Fine Irishman pub over there. I like the sign in front that said the soup of the day, side of something with Jameson and Guinness. I thought that was pretty good fun to eat actually. And they got a nectar store here, which is gonna be a bath soap type place. Swatch store coming soon. It's not here right now. And then we do have another Starbucks here. There is one on the other end by the check-in, but this one's closed right now. Probably open during the week, I'm guessing, or during the morning hours. And then the NYE souvenir shop, and then they're going to be a sports book right over here. So this is kind of your mini sports book, if you will. It is kind of small, bunch of TVs up there, places to place your bets, a couple seats to sit, but not one of the biggest sports books. If you want a better sports book, you can definitely find that pretty much anywhere on the strip here at the MGM properties than this one. If you want a nice one, you can go over to the Excalibur is actually not too bad. Luxor's not too bad. And the Mandalay Bay has a really nice one right down the street. You can take the MGM Express over there from the Excalibur. All right, so when you come up the escalator from the casino, you're going to see the coaster and arcade area up here. It's actually pretty crazy back in there. When you walk in there, it's a massive arcade. Walk around, there's tons of really cool, like newer type games. Of course, you got the roller coaster that simulates a basically a barrel roll in a F whatever jet, and it's pretty cool. Yeah, apparently up to like 67 miles an hour. They're flying on that thing. So anyway, they do have another Nathan's up here, which is like a pizza, hot dog, cheesesteak place, and then Nathan's, I think, is the brand name or whatever. There's one of these on the other side as well when you walk in from the Excalibur. But plenty of places to get food here, that's for sure. All right, so starting the strip side, that's where you're gonna find the Mad Apple, which is a Cirque du Soleil show. If you don't remember, back in the day, I used to do a show called Zoomanity. I actually saw that show, it was not bad, I actually liked it. Now my girlfriend's seen the Mad Apple, she liked it. It's actually one of the lower priced Cirque du Soleil shows, so if you wanna get a fairly reasonably priced show, this would probably be the best one. This one and Mystere, actually not too bad. The higher priced ones are like the O show, the Ka show, and even the Michael Jackson show is a little bit up there, but this one's a pretty good value, so worth checking out if you're here at New York. And over here in the, I guess the food court promenade, if you will, not really the food court, this is a little bit nicer than the food court. This is gonna be all your New York style or New York themed food places, okay? So you got your Broadway burger and grill there. You're gonna find your Lucky Pig over here, which is gonna be obviously like, pork, looks like good food, obviously. And it's gonna be a little higher end. And then as you walk down the promenade here, you're gonna find a Fulton fish fry. Now, I don't know too much about New York, but I do know that in Chicago, they have a Fulton Street. So I'm assuming that's gonna be something that they have in New York as well. And then over here, you're gonna find a Gonzalez versus Gonzalez. That's gonna be a, looks like a Mexican restaurant, looks like high end. And over here, there's a lot of seating around, and we're walking on like a kind of a brick road, if you will. So it kind of gives you that old school like city feel. We do have a Greenwich Village place. Looks like a coffee house or shop there. I might actually grab a coffee there myself a little bit. And up here, you're gonna find the stairs to the arcade, and that's the roller coaster up there. And then over here, a lot of restaurants in here. You got a Greenberg Deli, Gallagher's here, which is a higher end steakhouse. So that's gonna be like your nicest restaurant here in New York. And that's to give you that nostalgic feel, if you will. And you can see here, you got the meat here in the meat locker, and looks like the massive tomahawk steaks there, pretty cool. Over here, you're gonna find Chin Chin. This is gonna be some sort of Asian place, it looks like. And all these different towers have elevators. So you got your New York elevators right there. And then over here, this is gonna be Sicaro's Pizza. And then this is gonna be how the places to go here. So many that I can't even remember them all. So definitely a lot of options here, which are cool. And Times Square hot dog here. This is gonna be like a gaming sports bar behind me. Really cool looking place, and everything gives you that like you're walking through the streets of New York feel, which is really cool. I do like that. There's a 48th and Crepe here. I'm gonna be passing that now. It's not open right now. It is not breakfast time, but this is your 48th and Crepe, so probably gonna be there in the morning. Now over here, next to Gonzalez and the sports book, you're gonna find a place called Tom's Launch Bar. And from the outside, it doesn't look too crazy. There's like nobody here at the bar, but if you look back inside there, there's a ton of people in there watching sports and stuff, tons of TVs, and it looks like a really big place. So if you wanna watch a game, sportsbook's kind of weak here, but Tom's Watch Bar here, definitely pretty cool. All right, and then over there, you're gonna find a few more stops along the strip. This goes along the strip here, and that's gonna be your Starbucks. And then that Irishman pub, I think I'm gonna go ahead and choose that for my dining option today, so we'll do another little vlog on that one. All right, so behind me is the bar at Times Square. They got some dueling pianos going on in there, and it's rocking. It's actually pretty good. It's a Sunday night, Mother's Day. I wouldn't expect it to be so busy, but it's very busy in there. It does help that the Golden Knights are playing right now, but I think it would be busy without that. And then this is Forniano. This is a big Italian restaurant here. It basically takes up like, essentially like half the casino. It covers, it's a massive place. And some fine Italian dining here. I'm not sure if this is something that's also in New York, probably is. And this place is obviously pretty popular because it's so large and can accommodate a lot of guests. But you can see here, it's a very nice looking Italian place if you want to catch some good Italian food here. So what New York lacks in cool, they kind of make up for on the strip over here, because you can walk out to the strip side and they actually have a real live entertainment. So you got a guy over here. This is the Brooklyn Bridge replica, and on the bridge they actually have a stage and live music out here, kind of jamming out, chilling, just enjoying the vibes out here. It's a very nice evening. probably 85, 90 degrees here in Las Vegas, no wind. And it's nice vibes out here, okay? New York really impressed me when you get out to the strip side because they do it up right here. Nobody really has anything like this. It's live music outside right here on the Vegas Strip, right across the street from MGM Grand. And you can only really get this here. So this is worth checking out. Make sure you come up here to New York. Check out the live music. Check out the strip restaurants. There's a bunch of good ones here. You got the Fine Irishmen, Tom's Wash Bar, and I'll do a blog on the rest over here in the back. All right, so behind the live music over here, this is going to be the Brooklyn Bridge Replica. Plenty of places to sit here, hang out, just get some good pictures. And I was telling you guys inside the casino about that Tom's Wash Bar, which doesn't look very impressive from inside the casino, but when you get outside, that's where things kind of get real, okay? This place is freaking awesome. Now, in terms of sports bar quality, if you want to come here and watch a Vegas Golden Knights game, for example, this place is awesome. You can see it's got a lot of strip real estate, if you will, tons of drafts, tons of TVs inside. If you're looking for a place to maybe watch like a game or even a Super Bowl, this is awesome. Right here on the strip, right here in front of the Brooklyn Bridge Replica. So really cool. And then over here, obviously you have several restaurants. This didn't all used to be here until they built the T-Mobile, and then they added all these later. And we have the Shake Shack, obviously a famous place for burgers, shakes, and whatnot. It's actually a pretty high volume one from what I understand. And then just a real nice park out here. It's for ladies in heels. This is kind of a brick gravel. It's not gravel, but like a brick uneven surface, so not the best for walking in heels. What I did like over here is there's actually a really cool like waterfall thing in the park, which I kind of like. You can see here in the background, the water's going all around me, and it's just a nice feeling out here. And you do have Luke's Lobster Shack, okay? You gotta walk all the way out here almost to the Park MGM in order to catch Luke's Lobster Shack. Apparently it's pretty famous lobster rolls, Maine lobster rolls. So not gonna get on to that today because we're gonna be checking out the restaurant inside. But I do like this water feel in the desert. Part of it's actually doesn't look like it's working here, but some of it is working, so it's cool. But it's definitely a nice vibe here. It gives you that, the smell of humidity in the desert, which is kind of nice. And okay, so we got a whole nother row of restaurants here we're gonna be walking past. Right across the street, by the way, is the Park MGM. That's gonna be the Dolby Theater across the street. All nice and new, looks all modern over there. A lot of big acts there recently. I think Usher was just there recently. And then we got the Top Round roast beef place, and I believe this is a bar that's attached to that if you want to get draft beers and stuff there. And then we got the Hello Kitty Cafe here behind me. So there's a Hello Kitty Cafe, sunglass place. Looks like a little Hello Kitty stand there. There's a place over here called Beer House Las Vegas. This is going to be obviously a sports bar type of a brewery type of place. Probably get some really cool craft beer here out on draft. Looks like we got a big Golden Knights display in there. So going after that Golden Knights crowd. Since we're right next to the T-Mobile Arena, obviously a lot of Golden Knights games here, home games. Probably get a lot of people to start out their evening here at Beer House. Yeah, all Golden Knights inside. They actually have some stands out here to set up for when they have games and people to come out here and get their beer before they go in. Now down here, there's going to be some more restaurants. And used to be a place called Nusser. It was a Turkish steakhouse, famous guy, Salt Bay, just to sprinkle the salt. I believe that was here, and that did not make it. So it was here somewhere. I think it was maybe down there. But you can see the VJK, that's the Vegas Golden Knights. And then this was a place called The Park. Doesn't look like that place made it either. My guess is probably because it was only busy during the Golden Knights games, and looks like it's got paper on the window, so it didn't make it. And then this over here was the rest in peace Nusser Steakhouse over here in the end. And then when you walk out over here, so unfortunately that place didn't make it. The New York is not like a high-end hotel. People buying, $200 plate steak dinners is probably kind of unlikely from the clientele that's booking rooms in New York. Then we have the T-Mobile Arena right there where you can just walk to. It's cool statues. This place is popping on like game or UFC day. A lot of people around, but the bars on the tail end here, the Nusser and the Park, it looks like they unfortunately did not make it. So anyway, hopefully you guys like this outdoor tour here before it got dark at the New York. One thing that most of the strip hotels don't have is this really cool actual strip property. Okay, you actually have like a promenade on the strip, which is cool. Most of the places do not have this. All right, so just past the roller coaster and Nathan's over there. You come down, walking toward the parking garage, and that's when you run into the meeting rooms. Okay, so you can see here we have like a sign here for the Century elevators. That's this way, and then we have a bunch of rooms: the Gramercy Hall, Park Terrace, obviously all New York themed meeting rooms, but a very nice meeting space up here. And if you guys are interested in getting a room block and doing some convention center, event space type things, I can help you out with that. The number is 702-883-3006. I'm IATA travel agent. I can definitely help you guys out with booking this kind of stuff, getting your room blocks, and getting you guys a deal. All right, so I made it here to the fitness center. So roughly 2,024 rooms here in this hotel. So it's not a super huge mega resort like some of the hotels that have like 4,000 plus, but it's still pretty big. Okay, so 2,000 rooms is significantly more than some places like the Palms, for example, where roughly 775. But I'm in the fitness center here, and it's kind of small. It is kind of cool. It's on the 3rd floor of the Empire building, and it does overlook the pool with the treadmills right behind me here. You'll see we have, looks like 5 treadmills. We got a couple of Precor machines, a couple of stair machines. I'm not sure, Cybex machines. I'm not sure what those are actually called these days. But we do have a cable. We do have a leg press, some other cable machines, and dumbbells up to 70. So it's an okay gym. Definitely good enough to come and get a nice little pump before you go downstairs to the pool. But it's not like a really awesome gym like you're going to find at like Fontainebleau or the Resorts World, for example. This is just kind of average at best, all right? So if you're expecting a massive gym at the New York, you're going to be a little disappointed. All right, so I'm standing out here at the pool at the New York, and they have a little hip-hop blast in the background, so if the music's a little loud, not much I can do about it. But anyway, it is kind of hot out here. I know it is. There's not much breeze. They're surrounded by a parking garage on one side, the New York buildings on the other side, and there's the walkway over there. So there's really no breeze out here, and it's kind of warm today, so it's kind of feels a little sticky back here. But I would imagine on a really hot day, it's going to be pretty rough back here. That's the roller coaster going on behind me as well. But overall, it's just a kind of a really basic pool. Okay, they have just a regular pool. It's nothing special. It doesn't look like the waterfall or whatever they have over there in the middle is even working. They had some sort of like sprayer thing. It doesn't look like it's on today. There's like a boathouse like dining place for drinks, and then on the central store behind me. But overall, not a very impressive pool. Just to be honest with you. If you go over to the MGM Grand, which is another one of their sister properties, and even Luxor, which is they're remodeling their pool right now, half of it's open, and then Excalibur, they have a really nice big pool over there as well. And then MGM Grand are the Mandalay Bay. It's got an insane pool with the wave pool and everything. And then kind of, I know basic here at Park MGM is kind of basic. And then the Aria's got a pretty nice pool as well. So Bellagio's same thing, a nice pool area. So out of the MGM properties here on MGM Row, if you will, in Las Vegas, this one's a little bit disappointing. Okay, so if you're coming here for the pool, probably want to avoid New York. But if you just want to come here and have a couple drinks, catch some sun, hear a little hip hop vibes because that's what they're playing here, it's probably okay for that, but nothing impressive pool-wise at the New York. All right, so we walk around this whole place, and we've decided we're going to have our lunch dinner at the Fine Irishmen. I do have a little bit of Irish in me, actually, I think 25%, so I do like some Irish food. She might even have a Guinness. She likes a good Guinness. So we're going to go here. The Vegas Golden Knights are in the playoffs, and they're playing right now, so we're going to go check that out. This place is cool because it looks cool on the inside. It also looks cool on the outside. It does back up to the Brooklyn Bridge out front, so very cool. All right, so we chose the 9 Fine Irishmen for our lunch dinner, and so far I'm very happy. It's cool as hell walking through this place. It's so nostalgic when you walk in. Definitely got a cool vibe. It's all dark. It's done up old school Irish. I feel like you're in an Irish pub. It's super cool. And then you walk out to the patio. We wanted to watch the Vegas Golden Knights. They're having a playoff game right now in Anaheim, and we wanted to see it. So we came out here. We're listening to live music here on the Brooklyn Bridge, right across here. Perfect live. The guy's pretty good. He's actually singing away. That's awesome. And then we got the Golden Knights here on the outdoor patio. It's beautiful weather out here, and so far we're really happy with our choice. Grabbed us a Guinness. We're gonna have a beer and have a nice Irish meal. Just finished a fantastic meal over here at the 9 Fine Irishmen, and as we were leaving, they're setting up a band inside. This place is really rocking. Vegas Golden Knights are playing. They're actually losing right now. They just had another goal scored on them, so it's 4-2. They're down, but maybe they'll come back. We're in the third period here, but we had a fantastic meal. She did have the lamb stew, and I had a chicken pot pie, both very, Irishy dishes and both very good. We also had a beet salad we started with, that was really good. And we finished off with the Mother's Day special, the molten chocolate lava cake, and we did enjoy that as well. We did have a couple of Guinnesses, so we had a little Irish spirit in there, and overall fantastic place to have a nice meal, listen to some live music, because outside we have the live music from the Brooklyn Bridge stage, and then inside they have their own band in here. So if you want some live music, this is the place to come in New York, New York. All right, so this is just a regular king room. When I booked this room, I had booked it on the MGM app. I generally take a look on like a Sunday. Usually that's one of the less expensive nights. And I got this room for $25, so not too shabby. And I didn't have to pay the resort fee because I booked it through the MGM direct website. And, sometimes when you do the math, it is cheaper to book direct with MGM, especially if you're a higher tier status player, like I'm a gold card member. And, sometimes it is, sometimes it's not. It just depends. You can look on the Party Plan app and you can always see if we have rates. Just keep in mind, we also have to add that resort fee when you book on a third-party site. That's one of the ways the hotels out here kind of make their money. They might sell the rooms for like super cheap, like $10, basically give us no commission, and then they check on that $60, $55 resort fee, and that's kind of how they make their money. This room is very nice. Okay, it was remodeled from my research of 2022 to 2023. I think there was a little over 1,800 rooms that they remodeled, 155 suites, and roughly 2,000 rooms in this place. And they were all completely remodeled in the last basically 2.5 years, 3 years. So it's nice. You can tell it's like a more modern, upscale feeling in the rooms. I'm actually pretty impressed, especially for $25. You really can't go wrong. And, the vibe in here is really awesome. Okay, I was downstairs. We just did the full property tour. And there's just a ton of people down there, okay? It's a Sunday night, Mother's Day. You wouldn't expect it to be so busy, but there is a lot of people in here. Like, it's crowded, okay? Like, I don't know how busy this place is on a Friday or Saturday because I really never come here, but I'll tell you what, on a Sunday night, this place is slammed. Even the casino is just everywhere you walk, the whole Times Square area down there by the bar, the dueling panels, that place was packed. The 5-9 Irishmen, we had a really nice meal there, and they had a band just kicking on when we were leaving, and they were actually really good. I kind of felt like staying almost and listening to the band, but talk about a really cool, vibe. I was just really impressed overall with the property itself. All these MGM properties, people like to talk smack about them, but they all have like something about them that is really awesome. The Mandalay Bay, I was there last weekend. They had live music at the Rhythm and Rhyme place there. Then the House of Blues had live music in the restaurant. Like it's just a good vibe. These places are fun. They make these casinos so people want to come back. Okay, and this is one of those places. Okay, so let's talk about the room. One thing I did notice, I'm sitting in a nice chair. They have two of these chairs here, right here, and there's a table with a marble top next to me, and it's a circle table. It's nice. So there's no desk in here. So if you wanted to have a desk, you're gonna have to move your chair like this, and this is gonna be your desk. Okay, so it's not the end of the world not having a desk in here. You can easily use this table as your desk, and out here the view is the new athletic stadium. So straight out from here, I'm in the Empire Tower. You can literally look straight out, and we're looking directly at the construction progress of the Las Vegas Athletics Stadium, which I do hear they might have a little bit of an issue with funding, so we'll have to see if they ever finish that. But so far, they're still building it. And all right, so let's take a look around at the room. Let's start in the at the middle here. Like I said, this is a newer, modern design, and I've been in recently remodeled hotels in like Mexico and stuff, and down here in Vegas, I haven't seen one that's been like as trendy as this one is, and it's very trendy. I like the way they did the whole, the centerpiece, and they got an ironing board here, and then they have the area to hang your clothes, so it's not really like a closet. It's kind of just a closet that they built into the main room, and then a safe down here, another drawer. So this is kind of your closet, all right? And then here they have like probably a 55-inch flat screen, a newer one obviously, and then a nice little bench here to sit down and put your shoes on, which is kind of cool, like built in right underneath the TV. Thought that was pretty cool, kind of unique. And then over here, nice mirror, ice bucket, granite countertop, a couple of drawers. It looks like they at one time had like a setup for a fridge in here, and they don't have anything in there, but I can see like the drainage things on the bottom, and there's no fridge, and there is no minibar. Okay, so I thought that was kind of interesting for a room here in Vegas. They're not really capitalizing on that, and a lot of people do like to have their own fridge to put their stuff, so nothing in this one. All right, so over here, this is going to be your bed stand, and it's like I said, it's got this cool metal like frame, just a little area to slide your stuff here, maybe a book or magazine. USB 2 and 1, couple of plugs. Light switch here for a pretty cool looking light up here. I do like the lighting fixtures. And, you know, I got this wallpaper that makes it look like a brick. So it gives you that loft feel, like you're in a big city. I'm from Chicago, and there's plenty of actual lofts that I've been in that actually have the brick. But this is wallpaper, but it gives you that feel, which is kind of cool. Nice picture behind here too as well. Goes well with the theme. And then let's feel the bed. Let's see what we got here. Let's go back down. Look at her. She's laying next to me too. She's chilling out in the bed. Anyway, it's a newer, you know, remodel, so it's probably going to be a little bit nicer mattress. It is a little stiff. It's not a foam mattress, that's for sure. It's probably like a spring mattress. And I could sleep on it fine for a night or two. And probably over the course of a week, this would be pretty rough on my back. But it'll definitely do for a few nights. Just here for a weekend, I'm sure it'll be just fine. All right, let's check the pillows. Not too bad. There's 4 pillows here, and they are nice and soft, so good on that. I do like the leather on the headboard. So it's wood with like a leather thing that's kind of trendy over the top. I think that's a nice touch, actually. It looks good. And other side of the bed, let's go take a look over here. And same thing on the other, as the other side. It's just a nice setup with a USB 2, USB 1, and then a couple plugs, light to turn on and off. Another cool light. Like I said, I like the design of the light. You got the, it looks like the electrical running in, but it's cool the way they did it over the wallpaper. And then the bedstand here with looks like a glass top, and then a little place to slide some magazines. What I do like here a lot is the carpeting. It's got like a kind of like a pattern to it, and it gives the room a very nice, like modern looking feel. And then there's really cool wallpaper on the one wall here. I like this. Very, very nice. And gives it that New York vibe, artsy type of vibe. And then just some cool touches here. Like I noticed here on like the mirror, got these cool red things to hang it by, which I thought was, you know, it's just different. Okay, it's not just a mirror on a wall. You got the actual, you know, kind of like cool looking, you know, fixtures up here. Big mirror, full length, can fit my whole body here, which is nice. Like I guess I have nicer wallpaper on this whole wall. And I did notice they have a door here for like adjoining rooms. So if you guys want to get an adjoining room, that would be a possibility here. It looks like at New York, New York. So let's go over here to the entryway. And I thought this was also a nice little touch. Got these cool looking like a plumbing fixture coat hangers, which was cool. Red over the cool looking wallpaper there. I thought that was very nice. Here's some more of this cool looking wallpaper. Now the bathroom was like kind of average. I thought it was okay. Luxor has way nicer bathrooms, by the way, right down the street. But get yourself a little shaving mirror here. If you use that, I don't really use one of those. Cool lighting fixture up here. Nice looking mirror. Just one sink, and water pressure looks good. See if it gets hot. Yeah, it gets hot right away. It's good. Good water pressure. Pretty cool little 24/7 open there. Wallpaper. Looks like marble tile floor. And we have towel rack, toilet right in the middle, which is kind of annoying. It's like right here. So I like the bathrooms that have like the toilet separate, where you can close the door maybe on the toilet, but this isn't one of those. And then, you know, it's got one of these shower curtains that comes out, makes it feel a little bit bigger there, but it is just kind of an average looking, you know, just regular tub there. So not really all that impressive with just a tub and a curtain. And does have a rain shower head, which looks okay. Gets hot right away, so that's really good on the water pressure and the heat. You do have shampoo and conditioner, but very average bathroom. There's actually, surprisingly, the Luxor, which I would consider even more of a budget property than this one, has a way nicer bathroom, at least in the one tower I was in. I think it was the Silver Tower. But overall, my feeling for this place was a great value. Okay, $25 for this room. That's a good deal. The casino itself, very nice. Tons of food options. A lot of action going on here. You want some live music? You have the guy was playing on the Brooklyn Bridge till about 8 o'clock tonight. And then you can walk right inside to the 5'9" Irishmen, and you got another band playing. So got some activity here. You also have Coyote Ugly, which is pretty lit. Another place that, you know, is more like a bar with some action and dancing and girls and alcohol, if you will. And then there's plenty of other places. I saw the dueling piano at the, you know, Times Square bar. And of course, you got shows here like the Mad Apple. And this is a really cool property. Has a lot going for it. There's a few things that are pretty lackluster, like the pool and the fitness center, but most of the people that come to Vegas don't really care about the fitness center, and some people don't really care about the pool. One thing you do have to kind of make up for that is that nice, the Brooklyn Bridge, the whole outdoor on the strip. Okay, no place really has that. I mean, they have the lake Promenade, but that's really not on the strip. That's kind of goes into the strip, or in a little bit. This is like right along the strip. They have all this action, so it's pretty cool. It's definitely a unique property and worth checking out. All right, so let's talk about the pros and the cons of New York here in Las Vegas. And this place is actually a pretty good location. It is actually on the south end of the strip, right across the street from the MGM Grand. So if you guys want to catch the monorail, you just walk across the bridge. It's right there in the MGM Grand. It's not that big of a deal. And, it's not quite as far south as like, Mandalay Bay, the Luxor, the Excalibur. Those are kind of the MGM sister properties that go down a little further. But you're right here kind of closer to the very south end of the actual Vegas Strip. So this is a pretty good location in my opinion. Now, as far as themes go, this place is pretty cool. Okay, if you're into New York theme and you're not going to New York and you want to check out New York, say you're from another country and you've never experienced New York, but you want to get it right here in Vegas, you can get that here. Okay, everywhere you go in this place has got New York written all over it. The Empire Tower, Empire State Building. Of course, you got the New York feel at all the delis and stuff. And everywhere you walk in the casino, it's well done and gives you that kind of like vintage, vibey New York feel, which I think is pretty cool. They also have a lot of dining options in this place. I was pretty impressed with some of the restaurants in here, and there's definitely a lot of choices. So it's not like one of those casinos where you go in and there's only one or two choices. There's plenty of places to eat here. So a lot of good options for that. You'll have all the areas inside the casino and plus all the areas outside of the casino, and you're kind of connected almost to the T-Mobile Arena, which is super convenient if you want to catch a Golden Knights game or an event here like a UFC event. This is a great place to stay because you can literally walk out the door and you're at the arena, which is awesome. Now, some of the cons. Now, I've heard people complain. I've read a few reviews and whatnot. I've done a little research on this place, and people claim that the casino gets a little smoky. I didn't notice that today. It's a Sunday, it's Mother's Day. It's not super busy in there. It's decent, but I didn't notice it. But I would imagine maybe on a busier day, since it is kind of a tighter room and it's not kind of like as wide open as some of the other casinos in Vegas. And, it could probably get a little bit smoky in there if a lot of people are smoking. So that's something to be concerned about. If you have lung issues, you might want to reconsider this property. I wasn't that impressed with the gym. Okay, if you go to another hotel, like for example, the Resorts World or the Fontainebleau, and you're paying that hefty resort fee, you get a way better gym over there. So this place was kind of average at best. The gym was good enough to squeeze in a decent workout, 70-pound dumbbells, etc., but nothing over the top. Another thing that was pretty disappointing to me was the pool complex here. It's pretty crappy. Okay, it's just a one little pool, one little place to get food. They have an essential store attached to it. Just a few cabanas scattered around the place. It's not that great. If you look at any other property that MGM has, and they have a way better pool. Okay, so if you want the pool, don't stay here. Go stay at one of the other properties. Even Luxor is remodeling their whole pool area, and it's going to be way better over there. Excalibur actually has a really nice pool area, and MGM that has that wave pool, lazy river. It's one of the best ones in all of Vegas, and of course MGM with their big lazy river and their huge pool complex, way better. Okay, there's also no really nightlife in here in terms of like clubs. Back in the day, they used to have a place called Rock Bar in here. I actually did a party there back in 2012 or 13 with Surreal Vegas, and it used to be called Rock Bar, and it was back over here somewhere. I have to kind of dig around when I'm going in there to even see where it was. I couldn't even find it in there anymore, but that's no longer there, and I think they're maybe using that for one of the Cirque shows or something. But there's just no nightclubs. But you do have Hakkasan nightclub right across the street, so if you want to walk over to a big mega club, hear some big DJs and whatnot, you can walk right across the bridge literally, and you're walking right into Hakkasan. So that's not the end of the world. And as far as overall vibe on this place, I did enjoy it. I did enjoy going on the roller coaster. My girl and I actually had a lot of fun with that. I've been on a roller coaster in years, so that was pretty cool. And it's not a bad hotel. Okay, if you want to get a pretty good value, the pricing here was right. I think I ended up paying like $25 for a room, and I'm here on a Sunday. I didn't have to pay the resort fee because I'm a gold member, and I booked it through the app, and it was a good deal. So if you guys want a good value room, a nice clean room, nice fun property, there's a lot of stuff to do here. It's good. It's good for that. So hope you guys did enjoy my video. I would appreciate a like on the video. Do subscribe to this channel for more and bang the notifications bell. I'm Party Plan Brian. Make sure you text me at 702-883-3006. Let's map out your Las Vegas game plan and follow me for everything in Las Vegas.